Welcome, my friend. I am Teresa Romaine, and I'm going to invite you right now to just look around you. Look around and see all of the different sights that are visible to you now. Hear all of the different sounds that may be in your environment in the background right now. Smell to see if there are different smells that are part of this moment for you. As you do, I want you to start to think about creation and how wherever you look in creation, there's more than one. There is plenty. There are flowers and flowers and flowers and flowers, not just a rose, not just a daisy, but a zillion and one other flowers. There are trees, not just one kind of tree, but hundreds of kinds of trees. There are birds, not just one kind of bird, and not just one bird, but an abundance of birds. There is more than one lake. I grew up in Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes. There are mountains of different shapes and sizes. There are rivers and oceans and fish and animals. And when you look around you and you see that the pattern of the universe, the pattern of the created world is one of plenty. It's one of abundance. And you know what? You're part of that created world, which means that you too are created to experience abundance, to experience life in its fullness and in abundance. And yet, you've come here, I'm going to bet, because that's not what you're experiencing. That may be what you're wanting to experience. That may be what you've been working hard to experience. That may be what you're trying so desperately to experience, especially around money, but you're not. People may think you are because you're really good. You're really good at making everything seem okay. You're really good at thinking positively. You don't want to disappoint people. You don't want people to think less of you. And so you put on a good front. You look the part. You act successful. But inside, especially when it comes to money, oh, you want to be abundant. You believe that the universe is meant to be abundance. You believe in a God of abundance. And yet, where's your abundance? How come you're working so hard and not experiencing it? Why are you still in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, no matter what you do, no matter how much you make? How is it that you maybe got out of debt and you're really doing pretty good financially, and yet you're still afraid it's never going to be enough? And so you're afraid and feel guilty spending money on things you enjoy, and yet deprived when you don't. Maybe on so many levels, your life is incredibly abundant. You are in financially great shape. You have friends and family who love you, and yet the one thing that you most dream of doing, that thing that is calling to you, maybe to start a new business or move in a new direction in your life or pursue that dream, you can't. Because you're worried about the money, because you need to make the money. So you're staying doing that thing that doesn't give you joy, that people expect you to do, but isn't what you want to do. And so you know in your head that you're meant to be abundant. You know in your head that you're meant to have more and be more than what you're experiencing right now. You believe in your head that life isn't meant to be this hard. You're not meant to struggle. You're here for a reason, for a purpose, and yet money and your struggle and your lack and your scarcity always seems to get in your way. Are you with me? Because if so, I'm so glad you're here. because I have been in all of those spaces I've just described. I get it. And there is nothing more than I want you to know is that it doesn't have to be that way. It's time. It's time for you to start saying yes to you. It's time for you to stand in your worth, your enoughness, that what you want and need matters and is important. It's time for you to experience the abundance and freedom and peace and ease and joy that you've wanted and been working so hard for, but yet has been fleeting or futile. The time has come for you to experience the abundance that's available to you. And there is nothing more than I would like to do with is to support you to do exactly that. That's what Access Abundance is all about. And if I'm describing you, then I invite you to click on any of the links below this video. The 3 places, one of 3 places you may be at in terms of your abundance that I've been at, and that I'm absolutely committed to supporting you to break through, move away from, so you can experience the abundance, the life, the joy, the freedom, the ease that's available to you. That's in your DNA, because the world we live in is abundant. And you, my friend, were created for abundance.